Hi, this is Kevin Manley with Superior Handling Equipment. I'm the VP of Business Development, and I have Peter Marufi here with Fingerlake Farms. He's the general manager, and they've had a speed lift, actually our Forklift Max, as we call it now. They've had it for the last almost 4 years. Is that right?
Yeah,
I think it was back in
2021.
2021. And just wanted to get him on a call today. Thanks for joining me here. And
Thanks
I
for
really
having me.
wanted to learn first, let's tell me more about Finger Lake Farms and what you guys do.
We specialize in local farm to table foods, dairy, poultry, proteins like beef, lamb, chicken, um, pork. We actually also own our own creamery called Ithaca Milk, where we make our own cream top milk and yogurt based off of that. Obviously everything that we do is basically supporting mainly everything around the Finger Lake region of New York.
So obviously you're moving a lot of product around. You're moving products in and out of, urban areas. Kind of what was the unique material handling challenge that led you to, the speed lift and the forklift max?
So we're one of our main facilities is located in the Bronx, which is, in the heart of New York City. And it's not exactly like where we are here in Seneca Falls, where there's a lot of land, farmland. It's very city-like. So we were presented with a challenge of having a building with no loading dock, and we have trucks that we have to frequently load. Um, when you start shopping and looking to have maybe construction done to have a loading dock built, sometimes that's just not something the city would allow. And not only that, we don't necessarily have the funds to have something like that done because like our landlord has told us that some of those things can cost up to $200,000 to have like an
Right.
actual cement loading dock built into the ground. And that's also a process and would also impede our operation. Like we just basically moved in and, just kind of kept going. The wheels kept turning. We went from one building that had a loading dock to a building without a loading dock, but it was a simple transition to move simply because we had that already there. Like when we were looking around, we looked at some that had docks, but weren't really truck friendly docks, like for tractor trailers, let's say.
Right.
But I had also already known about you guys, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not really too concerned that we don't find a building with a loading dock because I know these lifts are available and this is really all we would need. Like we only use it for, maybe 3 hours in the morning and then like an hour or two in the afternoon, and that's about it. It's just it loads the four trucks that we have and it offloads them when they get back from their route, and it's pretty seamless. Having to see online that you had the bigger XL version. I believe it was called the elephant lift then. We have to look at things in weight when we're dealing with freight. Obviously tractor trailers and all even smaller box trucks, they have a weight limit. Some of these pallets can weigh more than others, and we needed something that could withstand the weight of that. And obviously you advertised it as so, and it's definitely been able to handle that plus some for sure.
Yeah, I was there last week, and so I was watching the driver unload and load pallets of milk that
Hmm.
were taller than I was. I think the other selling factor that why people end up going with our lift instead of the dock is they realize it's not really slowing them down at all.
No,
When
not at
it
all.
goes down and up in maybe 12 seconds, I think the forklift max in yours, it was
Yeah.
running great too. When I was watching, it didn't make a sound. And you've taken care of it too. You can definitely tell that
I
you're
mean,
taking
maintenance
well,
is key to making things last. If you're not going to take care of your horses, they're not going to take care of you.
yeah, and especially you have it
So,
inside, so it's going to
yeah,
last a long, long time if you just
knock
keep it
wood.
greased. Yeah, right. I do think it it opens up opportunities for businesses like yours to go, I don't have to find a building with a dock,
Yeah.
especially in an urban location. If that's your parameter, you've really narrowed the number of buildings you can look at. But if all of a sudden, especially the one you have in the Bronx, which I've seen, there was just no way to put a dock in there. You couldn't put a truck well in there. You don't have the
There used
space.
to be,
Even
believe it or not.
okay, really.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can picture our warehouse. You saw like the one side where the dock was, and then
Mhm.
the lift was, and then on the other side, like our cooler came out a little further. In front of there was a loading dock cut into the ground. But believe it or
Inside the
not,
building.
yeah, inside the
Okay.
building. It was like one that went down into the ground, so a truck would back down and be kind of slowed
Yeah,
down.
truck well. Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the city basically made those illegal. People who have them are kind of grandfathered in, but some places, depending on the pitch of the ground, the city actually told them they needed to fill it in. And our building was one of them. In order for the landlord to lease it out, they had to fill that loading dock because the city looked at it as it was a hazard, especially
You know,
if
I,
you're
that's actually even like in California, there's EPA rules because of the runoff, and
right,
they have
exactly.
drains at the bottom. And down to Florida, we have a high water table, so you could actually be hitting water if you go
Yeah,
down to a truck well in some places. So
right.
definitely, it's. I often say that the when somebody doesn't have a dock, I say your problem isn't that you don't have a dock. Your problem is that trucks are 4 feet tall. So how do you solve the problem of a truck being 4 foot tall? Do you raise the whole building by 4 feet? Do you dig a hole in the ground that's 4 feet, or just get a lift?
Get a
And I
platform.
think, yeah, other products, other lift products, I'd not really say they're a good solution because they're too slow, they're not robust. Ours happens to be uniquely very robust and very fast. We're often, as you said, compared to the cost of 120, $200,000 to build a dock, even if you have space, a lot of our customers say, even though I have the space and might even have the money, it's perfectly viable alternative just to put in the speed lift.
I mean, it's just make a phone call and within a couple weeks, I guess, couple months if you're custom ordering it.
If I had to build, yeah,
But you could have a loading dock assembled, ready to go without really having to do much or impede anything about your operation at all. I mean, that was been a great, it's a definitely a great addition for us, and it's a vital piece of equipment for our company. And it's definitely a real simple solution to not having a loading dock, and it's really made things a lot easier for us. It was a no-brainer.
good. Well, I'm here when you want to buy the next one or the next two. We'll give you a
Yeah,
deal on three.
even better.
Yeah. Well, have a great weekend, Peter. Appreciate your time.
You as well. Thank you for sure.
Okay. Good to see you. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.